Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I wanted to take a minute to talk quickly about maybe some reasons why when you download a mod, and this is for PC Mac players, when you download a mod from a website, anything outside of Giant's in-game mod hub, I've run into situations where people ask me, well, why when I downloaded this and I put it in my mods folder, why isn't it showing up there? Well, there can be a few reasons for this. We're going to cover one in particular today. But let's go over a couple of the other reasons real quick. Number one, and might seem obvious to some, but trust me, I've even run into this. Rebranded FS19 mods. Yes, it happens. You know, people like their downloads, and this mods get stolen and all kinds of nonsense out there. That's why we all need to be very careful about where we download our mods from. Respect the modders. But once in a while, you'll run across something where somebody just simply renames a mod from FS19 to 22, and boom, you know, you got a mod that isn't going to load right. The second main reason I run into is zip files within zip files. So once in a while, you're going to run across a mod that has multiple zips within one. So you have to unpack it first and then move those zip files into your mods folder. So just keep an eye open for something like that. The third reason, and this is the one that we're going to cover right now, is when you download a mod, occasionally the mod author only puts the description in their language. So whether they're Dutch, French, English, whatever it might be, if it's not in the language that you're playing the game in, it's not going to show up in your in-game downloadable content. It will show up most of the time when you actually launch your map, and then you'll be able to find it, but you won't be able to find it initially in the downloadable content. So let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm out here on King Mods today, just looking over some mods, something I like to do, just check out what's new. And I came across this Big X prototype, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to check that out. I haven't seen that around. So I went ahead and downloaded the mod. And by the way, King Mods, good legit site. It's a safe site, and they respect the mod authors. So I would highly recommend, if you're looking for a good, solid mod site for PC Mac, this would be a good one. So I went ahead and downloaded the mod, put it in my mods folder. I opened up Farming Simulator, and voila, I'm not seeing it. And typically new mods are going to be right here, front row of your installs. But I thought, well, let's just do a little search. And I did a little search for different things like 1300 and prototype, not there. Needless to say, it was not showing up. And I'm thinking, man, did I screw up? What did I do wrong here? So I took another look at the mod and verified that there weren't multiple zips inside of a zip. So check, that didn't happen. Number two, I want to make sure that it is an FS22 mod. So we're going to open up the mod desk file, and we can see here that its mod desk version is 77, which is clearly an FS22. Okay, it's okay with FS22. I think it goes back to 62, if I'm not mistaken. If you know differently, please let me know in the comments, but I think 62 is the earliest FS22 desk version. But notice straight away here that we do not have my game language in the title. No English. And no English description. Now, the description, yeah, that doesn't really make as much difference. What we're really concerned about is the title. If the title is not in the language that you play your game in, it's not going to show up in the downloadable mods section of the in-game. It will show up when you launch your map. You will be able to see it there and select it, typically, but you won't see it in your newly installed mods. Kind of weird, but that's the way it works, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and highlight that, and I'm going to copy it, the line there, and we're going to add another line, and we're simply going to change the DE to an EN, if I can stop fat fingering the keyboard. And let's go back over here, and we're going to change this to EN for English. And just for fun, I'm just going to line them up a little bit better. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to do it just so it looks a little bit neater. Now, the other thing that you can do since we're in here is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to add a description as well in my language. So we're going to copy and paste that, and we are going to change the DE to EN, and we're going to change this DE to EN. And while I'm in here, I'm just going to go ahead and change that to HP for horsepower, and we're going to change MIT to width, since that's what it means. And we can, of course, go back and we can clean it up a little bit if you want to. Next important thing is you're going to want to make sure that you save your changes. So click on Save, and we can exit Notepad++. We're going to confirm that indeed we want to save those changes that we made inside the zip file. Say OK to that. You can go ahead and reopen your mod desk just to verify that your changes have been saved and you didn't misspell anything like I have a tendency to do. Also, if you get an error saying that it cannot be saved, you need to make sure that the game is closed. Steam can be open, but you got to make sure Farming Simulator is closed. Otherwise, the zip file will be in use and it won't let you make changes to the zip file. So once we've made those changes to the zip file, let's go in and let's see if indeed it's now available to us.